Hello, EDLS 700 candidates. It's week 5 and February 13th. Happy Valentine's Day when you receive this. Um, I'm here with a little bit of a mini lecture on strategy and mostly an update on ODP and what I've read so far of initial thoughts and stuff about from views, strategic leadership. So keeping our conversation going about strategic leadership and your to-dos for week 5. You ought to read chapter 1 in strategic leadership, please. A little article that I came across from an HR journal is here. What can you say about your strategy? Let's see if this screen share will work. I hope so. I found this particular part kind of interesting. Strategy is sometimes elusive, but here, if you think about it in terms of the mission, vision, values, which again I hope that you're all familiar with for your district, strategy is kind of how we operationalize the mission, vision, values, and that was a helpful little piece for me. So I hope it is for you too, and skim that article and see what you think. See how that relates to your why. What is strategic leadership? Again, there's a definition on page 11, but Hughes and others have also asked you to self-assess what is strategic leadership like in your organization. Remember, for your organization, you can choose the whole district, which many of you are, or a subset of that district, a region, an area, a feeder pattern of schools. Should be more than one school, but an organization of schools operating together to further the needs of the children. So provide an individual assessment of strategic leadership in your district using examples to apply your learning. And do you want to comment on your superintendent? Do you want to comment on the district's strategic plan, or the leaders in your district who seem to be in your area or region, organization, who seem to be providing the strategic leadership? There's not a must-do there, but reflect on and respond to the discussion board prompt about strategic leadership in your organization. The ODP, you have been providing your initial thoughts about that, and without violating anybody's confidentiality, I did want to open one of these and share it with you. Many of you have really good thoughts about how to get started on this, and maybe just because he happened to be first, and also I think the fact that Robert has some central office connections to help him. This is not going to work here. Okay. Check out if you're struggling with your start on the ODP. Check out Robert Batt's original initial thoughts here. Robert again has good access to the movers and shakers in his central office, and he's going to be able to get some data that will help him define the narrow focus for his ODP. I don't think that Robert should tackle the whole strategic plan for the district, but if there is something related to human resource development and one narrow little stretch of that he can then comment on, or perhaps help the district move forward with one piece of the human resource development as part of the strategic plan, that would be great. So again, you need at this point to find a central office contact to develop a little bit of a plan aligned with the district strategic plan. But tell me what your thoughts are there, because that will help me help you keep it moving. This week you should be meeting with someone or collaborating with others on this work, and starting to find the data that you will need to write your ODPA. And again, we're going to have a draft of those in a couple of weeks when we get back together again. So please do work on that stuff. Robert, a shout out to you. That was a terrific start on your ODP initial thoughts. So thank you for that. And that's about all for this week for me. I've now totally backed out of Blackboard, and I'll see you next week when I'm back with another video for you. Have a great week.